Hey guys, it's Josh from TradingPriceAction.com. Today's currency spotlight for November 12th, 2013. We're going to be looking at a couple of currency pairs. But the first currency pair we're going to be looking at is the British Pound US Dollar on the daily chart. Now, if you remember, I highlighted this on the week ahead, talking about that prices were coming down onto this main support zone right here. That I highlight, that is gold right here, that I just highlighted. And as you can see, on this daily chart here, prices are closed beneath this level, and it looks like it's gonna break through this support. Now that we know the support's broken, a good way to enter this trade is to wait for a little retrace back up to the broken support turn resistance zone. Then in somewhere around this area right here, we should look for a bearish price action trade setup to form, rejecting this broken support turn resistance area. That would be ideal, as it looks like this support has been broken and it now looking like prices are ready to continue down. So we should look for a little, go down like 100 or 200 bars, and it'll retrace back up to this broken support turn resistance zone. So that's what we're going to be looking for on the daily chart. We can also go down to the 4-hour chart and try to find some setups. If you want more, like, it will give you more chances of having a price action trade setup form since there's more bars. So you can be watching the 4-hour and the daily to see if any bearish price action trade setups form, rejecting this broken support turn resistance zone. So that's it for the daily charts. Now I'm going to take you over to the 4-hour charts, where I have two currency pairs that we're going to be looking at. The first one is the European yen 4-hour. As you can see, I marked this support zone right here. As you can tell, there's multiple touches all throughout here showing it's a main area on the chart. Touches here, touch here. Those could be considered touches even right there. If we go back in the chart a little bit, we can see bars resting on the support zone here. Touches, touches, a touch, and then touches all throughout here. So as you can see, it's a good support and resistance zone. And right here, the resistance zone got broken by this big bar right here. This big bar right here broke through this resistance zone. So now this resistance zone has turned into a support zone, and this is also a pretty strong uptrend we have right here. So with this strong uptrend and this broken resistance zone, we are now going to be looking for these prices to get retraced back down into this area right here. That's what we're going to be looking for, is for prices to pull back and retest this broken resistance turn support zone and look for a bullish price action trade setup to form, rejecting this area, and then we're going to look to go long. Now that'd be ideal. The only thing that's not too ideal about this is that, prices already up here would have to retrace about 45 pips, 46 pips to come all the way down and retrace all the way back to this line. So that's a pretty far, 50 pips is a long way to retrace and then continue back up. As you can see right here, this retrace right here was only 17 pips. This retrace right here was 27 pips. The retrace has been under 30 pips every time, so we shouldn't really expect a 50 pip retrace right here, but if it does, just keep your eye out. But the more ideal thing that we should be looking for is a closer place for retrace. So you can set a new one right in this area right here. As you can see, it's a minor support zone, but it could act as a good place for prices to bounce off here, continue up, and it's not so far as down here. It's closer to go. It doesn't have as far to go compared to all the way down here. We have touch here, 2 touches here, and then touches throughout here. So this is a minor support zone, but it could still act as a great place to look for a bullish price action trade setup after a small retrace right here. So just keep your eyes open for either this area on the chart or this area on the chart for a small retrace, and then a bullish price action trade setup to form on either one of these to continue going long. Then for the last currency pair, we're going to be taking a look at the Australian dollar, US dollar. Now what we have on this chart is prices are sitting right on a major support zone. If we zoom out, we can see that prices hit here 2 times, both times hit it and bounced up, formed a double bottom right here, and the prices came down and then continue back up. We have a touch right here, me do something so we can get a better look at it. Alright. See here, formed a double bottom, a touch, and then all throughout here a touch also. So I mean, this has been a major support zone in the past for the Australian dollar US dollar, so we should expect the same thing to happen this time, but we're just going to be watching to see what happens in this area of the chart. Zoom in a little bit. Alright, so as you can see, prices right now have rejected this area in the chart and look like they're going to come up a little bit, but we should be watching for one of two things. One thing, for prices to bounce off a little bit, come back down, form a double bottom like it did in the past, form a double bottom right here, and then look for a bullish price action trade setup on the second bottom right here on this support zone, and then we're going to look to go long. The other thing we can look for is for prices to break through this area and then come back up and retest the broken support turn resistance zone, and then we're going to look to short it if that happens. Now the reason why I'm going to be looking to short it right here is because, as you can see, it's a very strong downtrend at the moment, so I mean this support zone easily could get broken. Also, if we zoom out even more, we can see all this space right here. Look at all this wide open space that we'd have that would give us nothing to interfere with this trade going down right here. So I mean, that's exactly what I'm looking for. I mean, this is a very high probability trade setup and could provide to be very can prove to be very profitable if it breaks through this support zone and retraces and retest this area on the chart, and then we continue down with the downtrend. So just keep your eyes open, be watching this chart on the 4-hour and the daily just to make sure, and just to see what it does. If it bursts through the support zone, I showed you what you could do there. If it bounces up and forms a double bottom, we're going to be looking to go long. So just watch for either scenario to be happening in the near future. So that's it for today's currency spotlight. It was a bit longer than usual, but I had some 3 charts that I really want to show you guys. So hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll be back tomorrow with another currency spotlight. So until then, safe trading all.